All right, D, so I wanted to show you this swing last night because I was watching Machado, the Dodgers game last night. I saw him hit a pitch, and he, for reference, like he was battling his count. He was fouling off pitches inside. They were clearly trying to attack him in there, and we can kind of see where this pitch is at in relation to plate. It's like corner, maybe just off the black. Well-executed pitch. So not really the pitch we're always hunting, and this is when I kind of told you when we're hunting the inside pitch, we need to be very specific about where on the plate we can handle and where on the plate we can do damage with the pitch. So the entire reason why I wanted to show you this was to kind of show you what his hips do to clear to get to this position, but then also to be able to show you a little bit of posture of how his upper body in relation to his lower body kind of gives him the space to be able to get to this pitch. So the angles that we have right here kind of show his spine, and then what you're going to really watch is through this right here of how tight he turns to be able to create space. So you see his hips completely clear. It's almost like his back elbow gets attached to like his belt on that back side of his right hip flexor. His elbow gets stuck in there, and then he just kind of rotates open with his hips and his chest to clear to get to this pitch. But you can see how tight his hands are to his body as he's rotating to make sure that he's getting inside this pitch. And then he's just really really focusing on trying to finish this direction. See, his head's down all the way through. Pretty impressive stuff. So I think we messed with a little bit of posture with the upper body of the chest to clear up some space in there, because you tend to fire really strong across. So we see the bat kind of accelerating across there and less kind of through like we see from Machado. So he ends up over there. You can see he's battling to never roll his hands, where you're already kind of starting your roll right there. But I do think you can see the elbow gets a little bit jammed up here. It's a little bit higher than his, but I think that's posture. You're just standing up a little bit taller. But being this tall, I think, is forcing you to kind of swing east to west. So your energy and effort is kind of going here instead of being able to go from here to here. So just a little bit of a disconnect there. I know you mentioned the hands too, the separation. I think that helps with being able to slot back here behind contact, but I don't think this position right here is the strongest. And I think if we can improve posture just a little bit, it'll allow you to feel more behind and inside that inside pitch and allow you to kind of do damage on that like you want to. And it's going to give you the adjustability as well on the pitches that are out over the plate as well. But I think you being taller, the inside pitch ties you up visually because you don't feel like you have space or time to get there. So you try to fly your front side open to clear space instead of adjusting posture a little bit, getting the backside to really go through like Manny does here to be able to kind of go through. But you can see the transition of energy through his lower half. Like he's trying to turn his brakes on the front side, but he really can't. So you see that front foot. His front foot's going to blow open right here because he realizes he needs more space. So he kind of blows through that front side. That's going to happen on a pitch like that, where you are kind of on your toes a little bit. You're on the outside of your foot for this left foot right here. You're on the outside of it, but you can kind of see the recoil of the lower body here. Not the biggest deal, but that just tells me that the direction isn't finishing where we want it to. So a couple just thoughts for you on that. Curious to get your feedback, and I think that this is a pitch that we can isolate and mess with some PVC pipes in the batting cage to find what the most comfortable angle with that is to get to the pitch, and just isolate a couple locations off the tee and front toss and build that confidence and that muscle memory that you're looking for. Because I know the goal is not to just have this swing only. The goal is to be able to have the adjustability to cover. But if we're hunting the inside pitch, our body needs to know how to get there. And I think hammering this move down a little bit is going to build that confidence and give you the ability to execute in the game at high speed.